Hey, Abbott, what time is it?
It's time for the Abbott and Costello Show. We're on the air for ABC here in Hollywood.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go with the Abbott and Costello Show. I just saw a house I like, and I think I'll take the money. I made a Sam Shovel detective and buy it.
Where's the house?
Way up in the Hollywood Hills. It has a very unusual view. What a view. You can see the city.
Well, what's so unusual about that? From any house in the Hollywood Hills, you can see the city.
Kansas City?
Costello, since you've been playing the part of Sam Shovel, you're getting dumber than ever.
Oh, no, I ain't.
Oh, yes, you are.
Before I played Sam Shovel, people used to look at me and say, there goes Costello, that dumb radio actor. Now things are different.
Yes? What do they say when they see you now?
There goes Costello, that dumb radio actor who plays Sam Shovel. However, my fan mail is still pouring in. Listen to this. I got a wonderful letter tonight.
What does it say?
Dear Lou Costello, I've just got to tell you how much I enjoy your Sam Shovel detective stories. When you come on Thursday nights, I never miss you. I won't leave the house on Thursday nights for anybody. My wife says I'm just an old stick in the mud. I'm coming to the studio tonight.
Mr. Costello, there's someone here to see you.
Send the man in.
It's no man, just an old stick covered with mud.
Oh, never mind him, Costello. Let's get on with the show. What is your Sam Shovel story for tonight?
Well, it's one of my most mysterious cases, Abbott. I call it the case of the Shakespearean actor who robbed the perfume factory and stole an unlabeled bottle of perfume, or taboo or not taboo. That is the question.
Don't you have a more interesting case, Costello?
I'll let you know as soon as I get on the next page. Well, I could do another. I call this one the case of the panhandler who pawned his false teeth, or beggars can't be chewers.
And now, the makers of that famous mouthwash, Gargadrule, present your favorite mystery program, Sam Shovel, Private Detective. But first, a word about our product, Gargadrule. Gargadrule is the only mouthwash that comes in 3 delicious flavors: benzene, formaldehyde, and flit. Attention all midgets! Why be quarter safe? Use Gargadrule and be half safe. And now to the further adventures of Sam Shovel, Private Detective.
Yes, I'm Sam Shovel. Sam Shovel, Private Detective. I'm sitting here in my little office working on a case of Gertie the shoplifter, the biggest woman crook in the world. Gertie weighs 300 pounds. So did that sentence. She can steal a pair of gloves just by putting her hand over them. She stole a pair of shoes just by putting her foot over them. Yesterday, she stole a sofa just by putting a blanket over it. Gertie's husband was a thief, too. His name was Paul. Now I get it. He stole nothing but hats. He was known as public enemy number 6 7/8. Well, it's time I had lunch, but I'm not going to Joe's cafeteria. What a joint. They got a big sign that says, watch your hat and coat. Yesterday, while I was watching that sign, somebody stole my pants. I wish my secretary was here. What a secretary. Last week, I told her to take a letter. She took one, and she hasn't been back since. On my desk, I noticed a picture of my barber. He's doing 20 years in Sing Sing. They gave him a job as executioner, running the electric chair. But the warden had to fire him. He couldn't forget he was a barber and put up a sign in the prison. 3 chairs, no waiting. It's nearly time for my pal, Lieutenant Abbott of the Homicide Squad, to show up. What a smart cop. Abbott thinks on his feet. He has to. That's where his brains are. Lieutenant Abbott is quite a sport. Every week he goes to the racetrack and drops a bundle. Every single week he goes to the racetrack and drops a bundle. He has to. His wife does the jockey's laundry. Lieutenant Abbott knows how to handle women. His wife used to be a backseat driver before he married her. But now she's tongue-tied. Every time Abbott takes her out in the car, he ties her tongue into the ashtray. You should see Abbott's wife. She has a weather-beaten face. You can't tell whether it was beaten or she was born that way. I was due for one. But I must admit she has her good points. She has a nice chin as chins run. She has nice lips as lips run. And she has a nice nose also. What a wife. What a wife. The day they were married, she drove Lieutenant Abbott to drink. That was 15 years ago, and he liked the idea so much now that he drives over himself.
Hello, Sam Shovel.
Hello, Lieutenant Abbott.
Sam, I understand. You bought a new police dog.
I did, but I had to get rid of him. He was a German police dog who was a Doberman pincher.
How could a police dog be a Doberman pincher?
Every time he saw a Doberman, he wanted a pincher.
Talk sense, Sam. I understand you're working on a murder.
Yes, and I think I got the solution. This guy was shot from behind, and he's got a bullet hole in the front of his head.
Wait a minute. He was shot from behind. How could the bullet hole be in the front of his head?
Easy. When he heard the shot, he turned around.
Sam, how would you like to help me on a case at the racetrack?
There are crooks at the racetrack.
Sure. Why, just this morning we arrested a crooked horse.
What makes you so sure the horse was crooked?
We caught him doping a jockey.
I'd like to catch the guy that's doping this script.
Never mind that.
If you want to catch some real crooks, why don't you arrest that jockey that rode 4 horses yesterday?
You idiot. Lots of jockeys ride 4 horses.
In the same race?
Sam, I can see that you know nothing about racetracks.
Is that so? I owned a horse last year who could burn up the track.
Was he that fast?
No, but he loved to play with matches, so he set fire to the stables.
Sam, if you won't help me, I'm going down to that racetrack and capture that mob of crooks single-handed.
Oh, you blabbermouth flatfoot. You're going to turn me in, huh?
Who are you?
I'm Ringer McGee. I'm head of the racetrack mob. There's the mob right here. These are me boys. Say hello to the cops, boys. Hey, Mike.
Hello.
You, Jack.
Hello.
And you, Freddie.
How do you do?
Why did you shoot Freddie?
I can't stand people that talk too much. Now, if copper's gonna play ball with me, I got a horse going tomorrow, and he can't lose. Look, here's his picture.
Hey, this horse looks too old to run.
What makes you think he's so old, Sam?
Well, he's the first horse I ever saw that was wearing high-button horseshoes.
Never mind that. What do you think of Ringer's proposition?
Well, I never had any luck betting on horses. Monday I bet on a horse and he lost by a nose. Tuesday I bet on a horse and he lost by a nose. Wednesday I bet on a horse and he ran backwards.
Did he lose?
Yes, but not by a nose.
Listen, coppers, I'm warning you, lay off, see? You see the scar on me right fist? That's from a cop who tried to pin a rap on me. You see the scar on me left fist? That's from another cop. He tried to pin a rap on me.
Yeah? See the scar on my hip?
What's that from?
That's where my mother tried to pin a diaper on me.
Oh, a wise guy, eh? Sam Shovel, I got a good mind to mop up this office with you.
Watch yourself, Ringer. The last guy that said it to me spent a whole week in the hospital.
He did.
Yes, he came to visit me once a day.
Ringer, your bluff won't work. You're under arrest. Put the handcuffs on him, Sam.
Oh.
Well, Ringer, you ain't so tough now, are you?
Please, Mr. Shovel, please don't send me to jail. I don't mind so much for myself, but think of me beautiful wife. Me wife, she'll be all alone. Look, here's her picture.
Say, she's beautiful.
She's only 19. Please don't send me to jail. Think of my wife.
Mm-hmm.
She's got lovely blonde hair and she's got skin just like satin. Please don't send me to jail. Think of my wife.
Lieutenant Abbott takes this man to jail.
But Sam, please think of my wife. Please think of my wife.
I am. Get him out of here. Lock him up. Take him away. Throw a blanket over him.
We've got about 2 minutes left before we go off the air.
Right. Now, we should do something for me, Abbott.
Anything at all, Lou?
Well, do you know a slow boat to China?
Sure. Do you want me to sing it?
No, I want you to take it.
Well, you should be ashamed of yourself. Instead of insulting me, you should use this time to tell the folks who helps us with this show. Put the show on, you know, Lou. Folks are like... Our writing staff is headed by Eddie Foreman with Paul Conlon, Pat Costello, Martin Ragaway, and Len Stern.
And we must not forget at any cost our producer, Charles Vander.
Charles Vander, you're right. And we'll be back with you again Thursday night. Next Thursday night.
Good night, folks. Good night, everybody in Patterson. Good night, Mom. Good night, dear. Good night,
everybody. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.